Welcome back to the Femme podcast,
with your hosts, Rami and Alicia,
where we talk all things fitness, mindset, and everything in between
to help you become your most fierce and femme selves.
Hi guys, welcome back to today's episode. We're going to be talking all things fitness, but more specifically, the identity shift that it takes to go from being quote unquote a lazy girl to being a fit girl, because it is very much shifting the type of person that you are, right? Your beliefs, your identity, your perspective. And we're going to dive into all of that today. So Miss Rami is going to kick us off.
Oh my God, did you say my full name?
Yeah, did I say it right?
Oh my God, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like people don't really know my full name. So I'm going to go straight into the identity piece because this has actually been a huge thing for me recently, because 2 years ago, I was that girl that was like, I can't run. I'm not a runner, whatever. Decided that identity for however many years. And then a few weeks ago, I've run a half marathon. How does that happen, right? The thing with that is that you just have to decide that you want something different for yourself, because the decisions that you make for yourself now, the beliefs that you have now, I get it. They've been embedded in your mind for so fucking long. But it doesn't mean you have to live life like that for the rest of your life. One day I just decided, well, what if I just try 5? That's a possible, realistic, it felt hard at the time, but it's a possible goal. And this is the thing when it comes to reshifting your identity, when it comes to fitness, is that just give yourself those small goals to start with that you know that you can achieve. So for me, it was like, I'm going to give myself 5 and then I'm going to increase to 10 and then increase over time. So my 5 was 2 years ago and then my half was a few weeks ago. So for me, that's been my journey. So I've given myself 2 years, but you don't have to take that long. And all it truly does come down to, and I know it sounds so simple, but it's just deciding. It's just deciding, actually, I kind of do want to run. But the problem is that people don't want to change their beliefs, or they get too scared because if they try it and they, let's say, fail, right, that feels worse than giving it a shot. And all you got to do is just face whatever emotions come with it, whether there is shame, whether there is fear of failure. But I believe that you fail by not actually giving yourself a shot.
Love that. I think as well, you are the only one who has decided you're not a runner. You're the only one who's decided.
No one fucking slapped that on your head.
No.
Truly.
I think you're actually the person who's holding those boundaries and those limiting beliefs over yourself. If you ask anyone else, one, they probably won't even give a fuck, but also they're not deciding that over you. It's not like a crown that's been placed on your head of like, you, Rami, are not a runner. You know what I mean? And as much as you said it sounds simple, it's because it is that fucking simple. It's not complicated. If we break down, I've been coaching people for 5 years now. The biggest mistake people make is overcomplicating it. That they have to have the 20-step routine. They have to have all these vitamins. They have to have the perfect meals.
Like everything every day.
It is fucking simple. And I love the saying of keep it simple, silly, or keep it simple, stupid, of actually just fucking break it down, because it does not need to be as complicated as you make it out to be. It can actually be as simple as start by firstly just drinking more fucking water. I had 2 conversations last week with clients or people that I train in Pilates and was shocked at how much water they actually drink. And it was, oh yeah, I might have had like a glass today.
A glass?
Yeah, this is not abnormal for people. And
Oh
I
my
think
God.
people don't realize how much such a small shift of just water makes in your energy levels, in the way that your physique looks from just that one thing. You think that you need the programs and all the fancy shit, whereas maybe you just actually need to fucking drink more water first. Once you've nailed that habit, beautiful. Can we now start to add doing some more steps? Once we've nailed our steps, then maybe we go, okay, maybe I'll go to a few classes, do a few gym workouts, take it one step at a time. Remove that overwhelm. It's not going to feel as complicated because we've actually just narrowed things down to what's actually achievable for you.
And you got to remove the all or nothing mindset, because life changes and you've got to be really flexible with your lifestyle. Whether you're a shift worker, you're a mum with 5 kids. For example, with me during Ramadan, I'm not going to go in there balls to walls smashing PBs and smashing the Stairmaster and smashing runs and all of that, because I can't drink water. So that doesn't mean anything less about me. It's like, okay, for the next 30 days, Things just have to change really slightly. It's not permanent. But if you've got that all or nothing mindset of, oh my God, I've either got to go balls to wall and smash it or nothing, it's like, well, you're missing out on a little bit of progress then. You're missing out on making even some minor changes. Because for me, going during Ramadan has actually still been so nice for my mental health. I'm still moving my body. I'm not going, oh, okay, well, I can't eat and drink, so I'm not going to train. I just make the reps a lot lighter, maybe less reps. I slow it down. And honestly, it's kind of easier because I'm not going so hard. Even though I can't drink water, it's such an interesting transition because it's like, well, I just don't push myself that hard, but I still can do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think as well with the all or nothing mindset, like if you're a shift worker, for example, you can't have that mindset because you're just going to set yourself up for failure. Because I know how hard it is doing shift work and then you want to go and smash out the gym 5 times in a week or whatever. That might not be possible for 1 week, whereas the next week it might be. So you've just got to look at your week ahead, and this really comes down to planning and time management and things like that, and seeing what you can do, what suits your lifestyle, what can you fit into it, and allowing yourself that grace and compassion to go, oh, you know what? I did so much overtime today. All I'm going to do is just go for a walk. And then tomorrow, because I start in the afternoon, I'll smash out a gym session. Instead of, oh my God, I'm just going to throw this whole week in the bin because of one off day. The consistency is what compounds the everlasting changes versus a perfect day or a perfect week.
You've just made like 10 million light bulbs go off in my head. So
Good. Go for it. I could see your face.
I know.
Oh,
I was like, okay, remember that.
Remember
that.
Now she doesn't know. Too many.
The first thing though, I think is
oh no.
Okay, well, let's start at the consistency.
Yeah.
Consistency will always win. Point blank, period. Doesn't matter if you smashed it for 2 fucking weeks and you fall off the bandwagon and then you break and you smash it for another 2 weeks and you fall off. That is never going to win over maybe what might look like or feel like less overall, but it's more consistent.
Mm-hmm.
The way, if we envision this, is if you look at a calendar and say every second day you're moving your body, right? Throughout the whole entire year. And then there's a second person who has the 2 weeks on, 2 weeks on, 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off. The person with all the little dispersed bits is always going to be in a better off position.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what people, again, think that it needs to be this crazy big thing. But it's also like, if that's not realistic for you, it's never going to work. And I think also on that point where you talked about shift workers, we need to stop trying to implement what anyone else's routine is because it's just not going to work. I haven't tried to be working from home a 5 a.m. girly. It just doesn't work for me. And especially also living in Melbourne, like I would love to be up in the fucking Gold Coast, waking up at 5 a.m., going to the sunrises, wake up at 5 in Melbourne. It's fucking freezing. I struggle to get up. I'm not as productive during the day. It's actually just not the best thing for me. If that's the best thing for someone else, fuck yes, that's amazing. But I've even had clients before that come to me and go, oh, I really want the 5 a.m. routine, but it's just not working for me. And it's like, okay, well, let's stop trying to force it.
Yeah, just because everyone else is doing it or whatever.
There's no one size fits all. Me and Rami even, such completely different routines and such different bodies, heights, weight distributions. Like I think we need to zoom out for a second and look at fitness is such a personalized approach.
So unique.
Yes, we can give general advice. Yes, even in this episode, we're going to tell you tips that will help. But for some person, they might need to hear one thing. The other person might need to hear the opposite because they're doing this one thing right and the other thing is what they're struggling with. So I think like my biggest piece of advice for you is remove all the outside noise. What is actually something that is going to work for you first off? Because if 5 a.m. is what you're trying to make work, but you're a shift worker, you're never going to fucking get anywhere. Or if you're a mum, you've got kids, but you're trying to go to the gym 7 times a week, but someone can't look after your kids 7 times a week, again, not going to work. And that's not actually a bad thing. And I think that's where we can go so into the negative and really focus on, I can't do this, can't get to the gym, can't wake up early, can't do my steps. Okay, who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
What can you do? And that's one of my favorite. I love all my sayings. But the biggest one is focus on what you can do instead of what you can't do. Doesn't matter if we're spending all our energy and all our time on, I can't do all of this. You're just wasting your fucking time. Can we actually shift our energy? Okay, I can do 5 minutes. I can do 10 minutes. at the moment, I can just do home workouts and that's going to be the best thing for me. Yes, the gym is amazing. Yes, you're going to see so much progress in the gym. But if that's not reliable, it's not the word I was looking for. Realistic, thank you. For right now, that's okay. And there's nothing wrong with that. So I think one big thing is actually meeting yourself where you're at. Look at you, not anyone else, and focus on that.
I love that. And if you're someone that's really struggling with that consistency, for example, you've really just got to work on building resilience and discipline, because there's two different people out there, right? One who does that all or nothing mindset. They have one perfect day and then the next day they can't have that perfect day. So they spiral and they throw the rest of the week in the bin. That's the person that lacks resilience and discipline as well. The other person has a really great day. They've made things work around their shift work, their lifestyle, the kids going to school and all that sort of stuff. And then the next day, they've got that same mindset and they bounce back quicker and they recover quicker. And I think that's the thing where people get confused with discipline and resilience. They go, oh my God, I've got to get everything done sorted and rah, rah, this and rah, rah, that. It's actually how quick can you recover from things not going your way? How quick can you recover from, example, oh my God, the amount of times I would work, let's say a 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. shift, but I'm doing 2 hours overtime, so I'm not coming home till 5, and then maybe I had a client session at 5:30, and that time when I did overtime, I wanted to go to the gym. You know what? I can't anymore. And that's a sacrifice that you have to take. And then equally, instead of shaming yourself and blaming this and that and getting so angry at the world, you just go, you know what? This is just what happened today. Can I just go for a 10-minute walk? Can I stretch for 10 minutes? And then tomorrow I'm going to do what I need to do. That is what a resilient person does. Not, oh my God, this is going to finish at 6:30, then I'll have to go to the gym, but now I'm going to go to bed at 12 a.m. for my 6 a.m. shift again tomorrow. You're just going to drive yourself fucking wild, man. Like Alicia said, you got to meet yourself where you're at. Don't compare yourself to other people, I think is really key when it comes to your fitness journey. Because everybody's got different lifestyles, just like you said with our bodies. Everybody's got a different body. Everybody's got a different lifestyle. You've just got to zoom out, look at your day, look at your week, and build those sustainable habits. And honestly, just reframe the way you look at resilience and discipline with your fitness journey, because being compassionate with yourself is also showing resilience and discipline. And that's something that we've really had to learn too, because we were very much those people that were like, but discipline means go, 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 but being resilient means you push through. But that shit leads to exhaustion. That then leads to burnout. And then you're not doing anything.
Yeah.
And you've actually ruined it all. So, literally, because I've been there. That's why I can say it so easily and passionately. And it's just one day at a time.
You reminded me of a point that I wanted to say, which was, I think a big part of the identity shift is learning to be more adaptable.
Yeah.
And learning not to be so rigid in a routine of this is the way that it has to be, because it's all coming back to me now. But what you said earlier was that your life is going to change. And I can tell you I would say I've been training really consistently in the gym for 6 years now, because we were in a lockdown too, but training from home was the first part of my journey. We were in a lockdown. I fucking made it work. I honestly had the best fucking routine when I was in lockdown. I would get up, I would go outside. That's where all my weights were. I'd do like a 45-minute workout. By the time I'd done my workout, my partner was up and we started our day. It was the best. And I started my gym routine like that. Gyms opened. I started going to the gym a little bit more. Then I actually experienced a lot of gym anxiety. So I didn't really want to go to gyms as much. And I wasn't training as consistently. Then I went through a phase where I was managing a gym. I didn't have as much time. So I went and did a lot more Pilates. Then I was like, well, I feel like I'm missing something. So I'm going to do Pilates and strength training and did them together. And now I don't live as close to a Pilates studio and I don't get to Pilates as much. And I'm probably smashing the gym a little bit more. And I also was running more last year. Like, I probably just had 10 different things within the past 5 years of how my fitness journey has changed. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. So I think that's the massive part of the identity shift is if you want to be a fit person, it is an identity that you need to embody. And on that as well, I want to say is that is not a 12-week one and done. Because this is a tough conversation I actually had with a client recently. And she honestly took it like a fucking G. Love her. But she was like, she had a Christmas period, wasn't feeling as great as she had before. And I was like, babe, this is a lifelong journey. This isn't that we did that first 12 weeks, you're one and done and you're good to go. It's one of the worst things about fitness, if I'm being completely honest. I said this to her. I'm like, do you know how fucking great it would be if we could go to the gym for 12 weeks and keep the same exact body? Everyone would do that. There's a reason that there are people out there who are overweight, who are unhealthy and unfit because it is hard fucking work to keep it up. It's an identity of I am someone who moves my body. I'm someone who prioritizes movement, who prioritizes being a healthy person.
So much mindset work involved in the fitness industry.
Literally. And that's
it
what
gets
I
so
think.
overlooked.
Yeah, people don't understand. Like, yes, I'm a fitness coach, but this is also why I'm like somewhat a mindset coach, because half the conversations I have with clients are not about their form. I would say, honestly, 80%, if not even 90% of the conversations, I'm not motivated to go to the gym today. And that's not actually the problem.
Yeah.
It's another whole thing.
Deeper rooted.
Yeah. So I think adaptability is the number one asset that you need to have if you want to be able to be a fit person for the rest of your life.
And hire a coach if you need help. I fucking love having a coach. And for me personally, especially with doing shift work on the days when I couldn't be fucked, it's so simple to be like to your coach, hey man, can you just fucking G me up or just remind me why I'm doing this? Or even yourself is like, I made this investment because I knew how important this was for me. And you just go and you just get it done. And sometimes it's so great to have someone to hold you accountable. And obviously, like you said, that mindset, the mindset work, there's so much involved in it. And you do become such a mindset coach too. Because the amount of times I message my coach, so many things that's got nothing to do with the gym, you realize how much you have to lean on yourself, trust yourself, believe in yourself, and not rely on motivation. And I always say this to my clients, it doesn't exist. The people that you see smashing the gym and smashing their goals, they're not fucking relying on motivation. They're relying on discipline and resilience and just giving themselves no excuses and no other choice.
Yeah.
That's it. They just get it done. And if you are that person that needs that accountability, go for it. You are your greatest investment. There is nothing else you should be investing in more than yourself, your health, your mind, your body, your energy, your soul. You can go on with that because you're the coach, like you're the fitness coach, but like literally, because I could talk you up, I could talk all fitness coaches up. Like you guys do such an incredible job because you're right. It is so much harder than just helping girls get to the gym. It's, I hate how I look in the mirror. I hate how my stomach looks. I hate how this looks. What if people look at me and I wear this crop top for the first time? And what if people stare at me and this and that? And it's like, that's got nothing to do with you getting to the gym. That's years and years and years of beliefs that you've created, maybe bullying. You've gone to a girls' school. You've had, bad hair and someone said something once. Someone said something once about your stomach and you've kept that for you for the rest of your fucking life. And that's why you don't go to a gym. I could get so passionate about this, as you can tell.
I feel like we're on a roll, so let's just keep. I think one path that I do want to take is if you're going to hire a coach, please, for the love of God, utilize your coach. Because what I do truly believe, and I've experienced this being a coach, is that for the people that are looking for that quick fix or for, in 12 weeks, I'm going to be set for the rest of my life, is one, you're not actually there maybe for the right reasons, but also hiring a coach, I can't do the work for you.
Yeah.
And I said this to a client, actually probably the same client, love her to death. We've had a lot of tough conversations recently.
Good, gotta have him.
Yeah, well, it's also like that is my job. I always say I'm not here to be your friend. I'm here for the fact that you want results in your health and your fitness. And sometimes that's me actually telling you how it is, that if you are fucking around and you are sort of like half-assing everything, like getting your steps in, but it's not the number we said. Or you're tracking 2 days a week, but you should really be tracking 7 days a week. And in your workouts, you're going so fucking fast that it's like you're racing to the fucking finish line. That's actually, I made a reel the other day that was like, slow the fuck down.
Yeah,
Because,
I loved it.
dude, the amount of times I say that in every Pilates class, every time I watch a form video, slow the fuck down. So that's your reminder as well. But please utilize your coach, because the magic fix is not hiring me. The fix is hiring a coach, utilizing the advice and actioning it. Yeah, thank you. Because
no, you're right, because people hire a coach and be like, my life is going to change. No, sweetie. I wish.
And fully upfront, I have had clients that have worked with me, nothing's fucking changed for them. And something that I say to clients at the start of their journey is, I can give you the perfect meal plan, the perfect training program, the perfect steps. I can do my job, check in with you, once a week, twice a week, however much you want to be checked in with, give you your check-ins, everything. I can do that. But if you do not do your part of the bargain, in 12 weeks, you are going to be in the exact same place that you are. And I think a big part of that is actually taking responsibility that maybe the fact that you are where you are in your fitness journey right now, maybe you've hired the coach. Maybe you've hired a coach 3 fucking times. The same coach. Done the program. Why am I still fucking stuck? Maybe it is actually you.
It normally is.
And that as much as you hire the coach, that is not what you actually need to work on. You need to work on your fact that, yeah, sometimes it fucking sucks to go to the gym. Sometimes I am fucking tired. I don't want to do it. My body's sore. I don't want to go lift 60 kilos. Like, fuck that shit. But this is where the long game is what we need to be in it for.
Yeah.
Having that deeper why, having that deeper self-respect for yourself, I think that's what gets me there on the days that I don't want to go. It is that, one, I want to be a leader for my clients and that I show up. There was a day recently where I was like, I'm just not going today. I'm on the couch. I'm bawling my eyes out. I'm just having the worst day. And then I took a breath and I was like, you know what? We can turn this shit around. There is no actual logical reason right now for me not to go. And something I always like to say to women, I coach only women, is that we are so caught up in our emotions all the fucking time.
Your workout does not care about your feelings.
Yeah, preach. And one of my favorite quotes is from Layla Hormozi, and she says, fuck your mood, follow the plan.
Yes.
And I don't care if you want to demonize that or if you don't agree or whatever, you're not going to see results if you are constantly relying on how you feel, listening to my body. Oh, I'm in my luteal phase. Oh, I'm bleeding.
Bro, just go.
And I want to preface this with, if you're in fucking pain, different story. But I also know that I was the person that I would be this much pain. Oh, I'm on my period. I can't go. And it's like, you're going to know listening to this right now which person you are. Because yes, if you're in fucking pain to where you can't fucking walk, I'm not telling you to go to the gym. But if you're on your period, you're totally fucking fine. All that's happening is you're bleeding. You can go to the gym and you can actually move your body. So I think that's also taking radical accountability. Sorry, I'm just going,
babes.
Is where are you leaning into the smallest minor fucking things
like
as
breadcrumbs to hold on to?
The rain.
Ugh.
So what? It's fucking raining. It's water.
Someone created this thing called an umbrella. in case you didn't know. And it covers you from the rain.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable. What an incredible invention.
Even things though, this was a big conversation that came up at retreat was if you are tired and you go to the gym and when you start your session, it's, I'm tired, so I'm just going to pull back today. Why? Because I've had some of my best fucking sessions at the gym being tired, going in with the other mindset of, you know what, I'm just going to fuck around and find out. Hitting fucking BPs and PBs and being like, holy fucking shit. I actually felt so shit when I started. Now that I'm in it, I'm feeling great. So where are you actually deciding that you can't do it and not even giving it a fair fucking crack? And then you're actually setting yourself up for failure as well.
We're always so much more capable of more than what we think.
Literally.
And I always get inspired by you when it's my time of the month because when we went to the retreat, we went to the Dangerous Project retreat, and if you know what it's like, it's fucked. It's in the best way possible.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of workouts, and I remember you waking up in so much fucking pain, and we had to go and do the fucking beat test.
And I knew in the back of my head, I'm like, this
in
is
a weighted vest. We did it twice. Every time now I get my period, I'm like, this bitch can, at 4 a.m. as well, if she can do that, I can do a 1 hour workout and then just go home and chill out. You realize how much more you can do when you do put yourself in those situations. And you're right, people limit themselves so quickly. And again, it's that they don't want to feel that shame or the stress or the pressure that comes with it, so they avoid it. So then you become avoidant and then you sit in this shell. And if you're tired and you're just going to sit there and doom scroll instead, you're going to feel way worse versus going and getting the workout done that you said you would get done.
Yeah.
And you're so right about the whole, coaches not being the answer. We're here to just guide and support. And it reminded me of this girl recently. She asked me, because if you sign up to the Resilience Army, it's 6 months minimum. Because I'm a very big believer, same as you, 12 weeks isn't enough. I've been coached for
I no longer
like
do
2.5
weeks.
years consistently, right?
Yeah.
And she goes, well, I see the results in 6 months. And I said, you'll see the results in whatever time frame you give yourself. You want to give yourself a month? You'll get it done in a month. You want to give yourself 3 months? You'll get it done in 3. You want to give yourself the 6? You'll get it done in 6 because it's your decision. You choose how quickly you want to get it done. And just like the recent episode where I said about the half marathon, it took me 2 years to build up to a half marathon because I'll be honest, I fucked around. I was scared. I didn't trust myself. I was too nervous and all the excuses and still those old beliefs, those old patterns of, but you don't do that. That's not you. Like being a runner is way out of your category. You've just done 5. That's good enough.
Yeah.
That's just the fear zone keeping you safe and making you run back to the comfort zone because that's what it does. As soon as you feel a little bit of that fear or that discomfort, you got to lean in because that is where you grow.
Yeah, literally. And I think part of that is, I would say, be really mindful of the thoughts that you're entertaining as well. So when you are doing things that maybe aren't usual for you, instead of going, oh, I wouldn't really usually do this and thinking of as weird, like, fuck yes, I'm now someone who does this. Fully fucking embody it because there's nothing weird about it. There's nothing wrong about it. But I've also seen so many clients that like then backtrack on their results because they're on a fucking high and then it's like maybe a friend makes a comment. Maybe someone goes, I've had people say to me before, why are you tracking? Why are you bringing your food? Why don't you have this? Just one bite. And I'm like, it's not about the fucking one bite. The amount of times I've had this conversation, it is not that I can just have one bite. I have this conversation with my partner so many times. He's been through so many deficits with me. I still have to have this conversation. And I'm like, it's not the fact that it's one bite and it won't matter. It's the fact that I respect myself too much to not have that one bite. And to be fair, if I have one fucking bite, I'm going to want more of it. So I'd rather just not have the one bite and just stay happy with where I'm at. So I think on sort of to wrap it up is like the last point is block everyone the fuck out. This is your journey and whatever you choose, that gets to be perfect for you. It doesn't need to be too much. It doesn't need to be too wild. If that's what fills you up, how you feel good moving your body, then perfect. Because like we said at the very start, fitness is not a one size fits all. It looks completely different for everyone, everybody, every gender, every size, every height, every age, all the things, every era that you're in your fitness journey. I've gone from managing a gym and literally having like no downtime whatsoever to now I actually have quite a lot of downtime. So I can train pretty much whenever the fuck that I want. And I'm very lucky to have that. And then there's also people who maybe are training at 3 a.m. in the fucking morning because that is the only time that they can train. So I think meet yourself where you're at. Take it day by day, step by step. If you want to hire a couch. She is here on this couch. And just honestly, you can fucking do it.
Yeah.
Everyone can. Like, it is not that complicated. You just have to keep showing up, keep showing up, keep showing up. And that's pretty much it.
Beautiful. I reckon we'll wrap that up right there.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for listening. I know there was a lot of love and maybe you felt yelled at, but also maybe you needed it.
We got quite loud.
Yeah. I know. Because you know what? You need to hear it. You clearly do. And we love you so much. And that's why we're so honest here. And that's why we say what we need to say, because we've also been there. We've been the lazy girls. We've been the scared girls. And we've realized how much time that's wasted. And we don't want you to waste any more time.
No. We want you to feel your hottest, sexiest, most confident, fierce, and femme self.
Yum. Thank you so much for listening. And we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you so much for listening.
If you're on Spotify, don't forget to give us a follow and rate us 5 stars.
And if you're on YouTube, like, subscribe, and comment down below.
We'll be back in your ears next week. Bye.